Red-hot inflation is raging at a rate not seen in decades. It is eating away at the foundation of the economy, making it more and more difficult for people to survive. Everything from housing costs, to food prices, and even to gas prices is becoming more expensive at a breathtaking pace. What is going to happen? Will the government be able to tame this terrible beast we call inflation and get it under control? Well, first, let me tell you that there is no end in sight for the monster inflation rate that is now occurring. Despite desperate attempts by the Federal Reserve to quell this raging beast, it continues to go up, while at the same time people's confidence in the economy goes down. The Federal Reserve is scheduled to meet this month, July of 2022, on the 26th and 27th. The inflation rate report for June was so bad that it is expected that the Fed will raise interest rates again by at least 75 basis points, if not more. Every time the Fed raises interest rates, it causes the housing slump to get worse, and we get closer and closer to a severe recession, if not outright depression. Consumer, corporate, and government debt is so high now, at record levels. If there is a depression, crash if you will, it is likely to be worse than anything we have ever seen. This includes even the Great Depression of the 1920s and 1930s. Things became so desperate back then that Franklin D. Roosevelt had to step in with his New Deal economic plan that dramatically changed things in the United States. Make no mistake about it, had he not done this, capitalism as we know it today would not exist. That was real leadership back then, but raging inflation was to make a frightening appearance in 1971. It was so bad in 1971 that President Richard Nixon on August 15, 1971 appeared in a nationally televised address with the words, "I am today ordering a freeze on all prices and wages throughout the United States." This incredibly bold action did eventually get inflation back under control. Once again, real leadership. Fast forward, the year is 2022, and while inflation rages completely out of control, the so-called leaders in Washington don't seem to know what to do about it. The Federal Reserve's desperate action of continuously raising interest rates is going to eventually sink the economy, and along with it the hopes and dreams of millions of people. What can be done? Not much the way things are going without any real leadership. God help all of us. In the end, maybe that's our only hope.